the Sunday crew. Geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate. Science fiction on a screen so bright. Old classics and the new delights. The unapologetic geek will lead the way, with facts and fun to fill your day. Discussing every detail, every frame, from the eerie to the loud and the same. Gig along with all that's great. Those Sunday vibes you can't debate. Tug along with the Sunday crew. Geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate.
Hi.
Greetings.
Greetings.
South Carolina.
Welcome back to TUG Chat. Sorry, hold on. It's really dry. I still have internet, even though the entire outside world is just white out outside. But everything seems okay for now. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, as we discussed last week, this week we're gonna actually switch from space battles to sea battles. I know there's not really a lot of sea battles in science fiction, so we're going to be sticking to a lot of non-science fiction movies, but there will be a few, as we've already talked about in the green room before the show started. So, you know what? I'm going to say hi to the people in the chat, of course. We've got Donald Kunzer is here. Good to see you, as always. Just Kerwin. Again, good to see you. Michael DeCosimo, back as always. And of course, John Orchard. I see what you. That's funny. And of course, Indy here to fact check us in real time. You keep doing the good work, Indy. Gary Carpenter, he's back. Frozen, North Carolina. Yeah, like the one thing I'm lucky here in the Midwest, in St. Louis area, we didn't actually get any ice. It's just a whole bunch of snow. I would rather have a whole bunch of snow than like an inch of ice. I hate ice. And up north of me, they've got exploding trees and stuff. So I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. So anyway, let's see. Tony is here. Hello, Tony. This is hello, gentlemen, and Dan.
Oh, the dead.
See, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I wanted to talk about what I think is I could easily make this entire list about submarine battles because I'm a submarine movie buff. I love submarine movies, but I wanted to start with something that wasn't a sub movie. And I actually wanted to talk about what I consider to be the best movie for, old sailing vessels going ship to ship, firing broadsides at each other. My favorite example of that is Master and Commander.
Awesome.
Side of the world.
I just watched that last night.
The whole movie is just like this cat and mouse between two vessels. You've got the French vessel and the British vessel, the Surprise and the Acheron, I think. And yeah, like the battles in it are so gritty and real. Like I can't claim to know what an actual naval battle between those kinds of sailing vessels was actually like. I was never there, but it feels more real than like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. Like you see the wood splintering and hitting people in awkward ways and awkward places. It is gory without feeling exploitative. It's just showing you the reality of it without trying to dwell too much on it, and it's exciting. And I actually think it's Russell Crowe in his prime, and I think that was actually like perfect casting. I've never read any of the books, but from people who have read the books and have talked about it, Russell Crowe is absolutely the character of Captain. I don't remember his name.
Captain, what's his name?
Yeah, Captain, what's his name? And yeah, there was a lot of real ships
Jack
and a lot of miniature. Aubrey, thank you, Captain Aubrey, right? And of course,
the Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, now I'm distracted. Anyway,
That's what I do.
and Paul Bettany, the interplay between Aubrey and again Paul Bettany's what's his name, the doctor.
Doctor Who.
Stephen Maturin?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Stephen.
Is he mature enough for us?
Yeah. I don't know. I really appreciate those battles. I think that they were extremely well done. I mean, the movie cost, I think, $150 million to make, and it shows because they really put a lot of work into those battle scenes, and there's a lot of them. There's at least 4 or 5, I think. And each and every one of them is great. And you feel like the ship is being completely destroyed. You don't understand how these ships are still floating afterwards. And after all these battles, both ships do actually survive. Spoiler alert. It's kind of cool. Like I don't know. When it comes to ship like that, broadsides, it's the gold standard for me. So
It's what blows my mind is the HMS Surprise is like just decimated in that,
completely.
that first major battle, and they just put it back together.
Yeah.
We'll just patch her up. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. So
they even blow up the wheel, which is great.
Yeah.
We had to discuss that film at some point or another.
Yeah.
I'm glad you opened with it. It would have been elephant in the room.
Yeah.
If we had
it was being brought up no matter what. So
by
I agree with
force
you.
if
I think it's
necessary.
very realistic. Very, very realistic movie. What you would imagine the battle scenes actually being like in real life.
And I like how they showed that it's not just a battle between the two ships, but it's also a battle against nature when you're in a sailing ship. You know,
Absolutely.
They're in bad weather. They're in the doldrums at one point where there's no wind. They're just it's not just man against man. Or ship against ship. It's ship against nature too. And that's just there's very realistic as far as all that goes.
No, and it feels like it feels like a throwback to the old Horatio Hornblower, which somebody in the chat mentioned, but brought into the 21st century and made more realistic looking and, set during the Napoleonic Wars instead. It's great stuff. I love it.
And Slasher Fred, I love. That's one of my favorite cartoons. The one where Bugs Bunny keeps lighting the match and throwing them in the powder room. And finally somebody says, like, I'm not going back down there if you do that again. And he does. Oh, no! And the ship blows up. I love that cartoon. I just want to read that for the record.
I want to say hi to other people who have shown up. We've got Stephen Ransom talking about a movie that I'm sure will come up eventually. Ira Wolf. You're the one who mentioned Horatio Hornblower.
There, Wolf. There, Castle.
Snarky is here. Hello, Snarky.
Snarky.
Oh, and Tracy is here.
Bubala.
Tracy.
Okay.
Bubala brown sugar.
We shall now move on to Dan. What have you got?
I wouldn't feel right if I didn't bring up the one I just watched. What was it? The Winds of War, which featured. That's not my pick. I just want to bring up that it actually featured Midway. It featured the sinking of the Bismarck. It featured the naval attack on Pearl Harbor. But of course, in this Winds of War movie that really blows, they showed none of that except in movie tone news clips, which made it the most horrible movie that ever existed. I just thought I'd bring that up as I talk about my choice. And my choice is one we talked about backstage right before it. And it's the movie Battleship from 2012, which I totally picked because it don't feature the greatest naval battle of all time, but it does feature a battle where we're fighting aliens and the best musical soundtrack for a naval battle scene ever with AC/DC.
I've never even seen it, so
I love that whole scene. With the what ship was it? It was an actual battleship, World War II
Missouri.
battleship. It was Iowa class. It was the Missouri.
It was the USS Missouri, I think. The one that's a museum now.
It actually saw action in First Gulf. That's how long a service record the Missouri had.
Yeah, but that whole battle scene, which is just way totally unrealistic. You can't turn a ship with an anchor like that. It would just skip across the bottom. It wouldn't do that. But with the Thunderstruck by AC/DC playing in the background, you being thunderstruck. It's fucking awesome.
Well, nothing else.
I
is
was
the most
standing and
entertaining-
cheering with in that movie. I was like, yeah, get that.
It is
movie.
like the most entertaining battle scene you got
It
to
is.
admit with the music.
Extremely entertaining, and you can watch that just the battle scene on like YouTube, and that's all you need to really see in that
that's
entire
cool.
movie. It's just that battle scene. If you saw that, that's enough. You've seen enough of that movie, because the rest of it's kind of dumb.
As good as Rihanna's acting.
Yeah,
Minute of that movie.
pretty dumb.
God.
The black guy with the prosthetic legs was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Robo Soldier.
there's a few scenes and concepts in that movie that were all right, but for the most part, the highlight of the whole thing is just the end battle scene, which is completely unrealistic, but still lots and lots of fun. So you can get you
I gotta
amped
write
up.
things over the top like that once in a while. In a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I saw, like I was telling Tug, I saw this movie recently with a Nicolas Cage, Renfield, and it was just so over the top. I liked it. It was as over the top as you can get with a vampire movie. Hopefully, we'll talk about that one day.
That's what it looked like from the trailers. I'll have to check it out now.
No, it's Raising Arizona over the top
Nice.
in a very, very entertaining way.
Okay, Shane,
Mhm.
what do you
You talking
got?
about Renfield?
Yeah.
Renfield, yeah, I loved it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
I recommend you do.
Nick has a couple movies I gotta check out. I think we're gonna start off with generic, a mixture of good and bad with them, but the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. In particular, Part 3,
With the whirlpool.
when they what was the Black Pearl and oh god, what was Davy Jones's ship?
I don't know.
Whatever. When they took over his ship and they went after I think it was the Dauntless, and attacked it from both sides, and it was just like the coolest slow-mo death scene put to screen as the bad guy's walking down the steps, so everything's just exploding around him,
That is pretty
and that
neat.
somber music just playing. It's just like, yeah, and but it was a lot of good. It was a good handful of sea battles in those movies, as kooky as it could get, especially with the whirlpool thing that happened because of Calypso. That was a little hokey.
One of the battles from Curse of the Black Pearl, 2003, and it was
First
the
one.
Black Pearl versus the Interceptor. Made my list. It
Oh,
was
okay.
one of the best battle scenes.
I mean, they're great scenes. I mean, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong. Even the stupid whirlpool, it's basically, it feels like a kid playing with toys. It's great. It makes you giddy because it is kind of stupid and hokey and goofy, but I don't know. They put work into it, and it works for me. So
But
I did give it
I'm-
grief a minute ago because I was trying to compare it to Master and Commander, and it doesn't really
I'm
compare.
gonna be honest with you though. After all these Black Pearl and all these Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I have thoroughly burnt out on them. I do not want to see a pirate Johnny Depp no more.
He made the movies.
I know, but I've seen enough.
Nobody was coming to see any of that other stuff. They were there for depth.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Keira Knightley was something of a draw.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just saying.
I did like Elizabeth Pena. She's the only good thing about the fourth one, because the fourth one is a terrible movie. But Elizabeth Pena is great. I love her. Yeah, both completely unrealistic and entirely awesome, says Indy. So agreed.
What was the name of that ship?
remember.
Pirates.
Davy-
of the
Davy Jones's ship.
Well, if it's Davy Jones' ship, wouldn't it be the Sea Monkey? He tried again. Yeah.
The Flying Dutchman, of course.
I'm not gonna
The
get the last
Flying
that's it.
Dutchman. Oh.
I should have known that just from
And then
watching
you had
one.
the-
I
SpongeBob.
should have.
And then you had the HMS Endeavor too. in there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, the HMS Endeavor is the one that was exploding with the guy walking down the steps. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
That
that was an
fun.
amazing scene.
That's a great
It
shot.
really was.
Yeah, I know it's like 99% CG, but it's still great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just all the carnage happening as he's walking down the steps and the railings are disappearing behind him as he's walking down. He's just walking down like he's just, strolling through a nice sunny day. Not looking around.
This might as well happen.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's over.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's a neat battle scene.
it is. It's fun.
Yeah. It was on my list too, by the way. But
okay, Thrash, what kind of obscure stuff have you got for us?
yeah, well, what have you drug from the depths of
Nice.
of the sea here?
To compliment Shane's pick of pirate movies, I am going to open with Roman Polanski's Pirates.
Pirates, of course.
Starring Walter Matthau. It is a fanciful but has a great sense of the period piece. I thought it bombed in the box office and a lot of people hated it. I found it to be very, very engaging. If you look at it like a dark comedy almost, it works much better. But the climactic battle sequence at the end between Walter Matthau's ship and the Spanish treasure ship is absolutely amazing. And this was all done in the days before CGI. So
what year was that movie?
1986.
86?
Yeah,
wow.
1986.
86?
I had to look it up because I was like, I know that movie. I've seen that movie. And I was like, yep,
seen
that's the
movie
movie.
too, but it seems like really a long time ago, brother.
Well, and I love that there's a tactic, and old naval tactics just for some reason fascinate me, by the way. Like, oh, wow, could that work? And what happens is he has a faster ship than the Spanish, but he tricks the Spanish into thinking it's slower because even though he opened up all the sails, he's dragging something heavy behind them.
He's dragging a sea
he'll
anchor.
never catch us. And as soon as it's dusk, he cuts it loose and vroom, he catches right up to them and catches them off guard. And I'm like, oh my God, that is like such a cool deception. So it just that climactic battle sequence alone, I thought made this worthy.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie again because it's been years since I've seen that movie.
And again, a lot of people didn't
and I remember
like
it.
I think they took it too seriously. Watch it. Think when you're watching it. Think of it. This is a dark comedy. It's been taken seriously. It becomes so much more fun to watch. I promise you.
It regardless of what you think about Roman Polanski, it definitely fits his style. And I'm glad you brought it up because it is a very underrated movie. I personally love it. I really dig it. I think it's one of the better pirate movies. It's certainly better than Cutthroat Island.
I saw it when I was a kid. I want to say that, in fact, I was the one that rented it from the video store because it was like, pirates? Yeah, I want to see that.
Walter Matthau? Yeah. It's great.
My understanding was he was trying to reinvent like the pirate movie renaissance of like the 40s.
Yeah.
And if it had done well, it might have. But again, since it was death in the box office, and it was obscenely expensive too. I think he spent like $50 million on it, which was a lot of money back then. But yeah, it was a gigantic disappointment. But I like it. I'm glad you liked it too, Tug.
In the 80s, Walter Matthau was in two of my favorite movies ever. That's not one of them.
Man, Amazon wants $4.99 to watch that movie.
Bloodsuckers.
They should be paying you.
Yeah, seriously.
Apparently, it was Marty Feldman's last movie. Really, I did not know.
No, Yellowbeard was his last.
Oh, Yellowbeard. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
There was a crosstalk in the chat, and I got confused.
In fact, in the last scene with him in it, it is a very, very, very obvious stand-in. But they had to get that last climactic scene, which featured the entire cast. So they threw it in there. Yellowbeard also was a what the hell happened? It should have been a masterpiece, and it just wasn't. Roger Ebert suggested when you have that much talent on screen, they start to step on each other's toes. You can't wrangle it. And I'm like, that
does
sounds
happen.
awful.
Yeah.
Something went wrong with that movie. I don't know.
Yeah, they
Got
were
heavens gated. Yeah. But yeah, Pirates is great. I don't think it's as good as the Pirate movie, which is like a personal favorite of mine. But
is it called The Pirate Movie?
The Pirate movie. It's
okay.
It's a goofy it's slapstick screwball comedy version of Pirates of Penzance, which is already a satire.
And Indy naughty naughty no biscotti. You're actually putting it up on the screen.
I can't read that. I'm sorry. Just leave that alone.
Oh my god!
I hadn't read it when I clicked on it, and then I'm like,
Okay. It's like, no, too late.
No.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
But
Oh.
very good. Ice Pirates does not happen at sea, but it is a great pirate movie.
It's
Yes.
a great movie, but it doesn't.
Sometime after
There's no water. That's the problem.
sometime after the stream, somebody's going to have to explain that comment to me.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Not on camera.
Google it.
Yeah. Not
Okay,
while we're live.
D-Man, what do you got?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up what I consider to be probably one of the greatest World War II, or really one of the greatest, sea battle movies of all time, and it's a sub movie, and I love sub movies, and I wouldn't say waste. I can't say waste. I didn't waste this much time, but spent 3.5 hours of my life watching this again. wait, there we go. Das Boot. But Das Boot is, to me, like the most realistic sub movie of all time, at least for World War II, of how like cramped the quarters are, and just, it's dirty, it's sticky, it's wet, it's claustrophobic. The guys, I mean, could you imagine the smell?
Oh God, yeah.
Between half rotten food and like, BO from, a month of men living like literally sharing bunks, and
hot bunking, yeah.
They
didn't exactly take showers on a sub.
No.
Yeah.
The only showers they got were from the water leaks in the sub.
Yeah, not salt water.
yeah. You leave you all sticky. But I have the like 3.5 hour long version of it, or whatever it is. It's long. It like took me 2 nights to watch it. I've seen the much shorter version that was out in the 80s, because that's when like we rented it, and the first time I ever saw it, and I think it's like 2 hours long or something.
Yeah, I think that's the
and
first
20.
time I saw it was that version.
Hour and 40 minutes or something like that.
I have a copy
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, I don't have that copy anymore, and the one I've seen the most is the long version. But it just,
Far superior, obviously.
Yeah, it is far superior. There's far more character development and exposition, and showing you what's going on in the sub, and what they had to deal with, and the actual real tension of it all. But just like the whole, cat and mouse game they play with the destroyers, and they like some of the, like, the captain's almost driven mad at one point, and it's like, and then the chief mechanic,
Johan.
goes, Johan, goes full friggin' claustrophobia, get me out of here, and loses his mind basically, and tries to climb the ladder while they're underwater, and they have to restrain him. It's just, I couldn't even imagine trying to do any, be in that situation. I'm a little bit claustrophobic myself, so I'd probably go nuts. But
just the scene where he tests how deep he can go.
Yeah.
Like that scene alone is one of the most tense scenes ever
Yeah.
put on film.
yeah.
And it's all just creaks and noises and,
Yeah.
and bolts popping.
Bolts
That's all
shooting
that
out.
happens.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's intense. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But
And then-
it's a great movie.
And then when they get depth charged in the Straits of Gibraltar or off,
Yeah.
and they end up on the small, what do we said, like a handful of sand or whatever. It was-
Gotta send
Right.
us a shovel full of sand to
Yeah,
land on.
shovel-
It's
yeah.
one of the best lines in the movie.
So they land on a high spot in what's otherwise a much deeper area that saves them. They're past crush depth by, almost 100 meters kind of thing. Because crush depth on those subs was like, I want to say it was like 200
90.
meters.
only like 90 meters.
Test
Believe it or
depth
not.
was 90.
But you could go further. But
Yeah, test depth was 90, max depth was 150. They considered crush depth to be 200 or something like that. Some later models was like 250 and 300, but that thing went down to 280 meters below sea level and did not crush. So, Yeah.
Woo!
yeah, I did a little bit of research on the subs themselves because they're pretty cool.
Oh.
But
Now, like I was
Anyway.
saying before, Master and Commander is like the quintessential gold standard when it comes to broadsides. Das Boot is obviously the gold standard for submarine movies. You don't get better than that.
Yeah, it's excellent.
And the historic accuracy is crazy. Like the opening sequence, which takes place in that club, Dornitz like commandeered basically like everything for his submariners, so they could blow off steam when they were in port. So the whole thing about them like taking over that nightclub and like just having like all the champagne and beer and all that stuff—that's legit.
Real. Yeah.
That was legit. Yeah. And the scene where he's on the conning tower, like begging them to like give it all she's got, and the British are just like sending out all the flares and rockets. That is like one of the best scenes in like wartime cinema. Period. Period.
I am totally the wrong person to even talk about a submarine movie. My favorite submarine movie involves Tony Curtis, some nurses, and a pink submarine.
Nothing wrong with Operation Petticoat. Nothing wrong with that movie.
What was that movie, 90s comedy about the
Down Periscope?
Down Periscope.
It's on my list.
Oh, how about the Canadian maritime epic about the naval plumbers? It's called Das Boot to the Head. That's one of my dad jokes.
Thank you.
Yes. Excellent.
Das Boot has just so many scenes. It's not just the battle scenes. I mean, just like even just a crew of German soldiers singing "It's a Long Way to Tipperary." You know, like it's got great stuff like that. It's 3.5 hours, but it's all good stuff. Like every scene.
But it don't got nurses.
Well, that's true. Down Periscope does though. It has a female crew member. There is actually a TV adaptation of Das Boot that apparently is really good. I haven't seen it myself yet, but apparently it's great.
Well, there was a TV series that they did.
That's what I mean.
It was like, I think it was like 4 or 5 episodes, and it's actually the longest version of all of it. And basically, I think the long version of the movie is actually partly the TV series, I want to say. I may be wrong about that. I can't remember. Because didn't they use the same actors in the series?
Some of them, not all of them.
Not all of them? Okay. But there's a lot of people that think that the TV series is the best adaptation. Actually,
I've heard that,
never seen it,
but it's really hard to beat the movies. It is such a good movie. Okay, so since I already mentioned it, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Down Periscope because you just talked about the most serious submarine movie. I'm going to talk about one of the
nice. I love Down Periscope. I didn't even bring that one up or put it on my list.
You talk about the smell, the chef on that submarine. Anyway, Down Periscope is such a goofy, stupid movie, but I love it, and it makes fun of. I mean, it's not making fun of. It's satirizing with respect a lot of submarine movies, including Das Boot. And the final battle is really just like a war game that they're playing, that they have to like run through a blockade in this ancient submarine against all of like modern naval ships. And they succeed by, doing stuff that only makes sense in movies, like going directly under the screws of the battleship and like hiding underneath the battleship, which is cool. It's really neat. And you see it and it looks great. And yeah, it's a really dumb movie with Kelsey Grammer making fart jokes.
I mean, Kelsey Grammer as the captain. Come on.
It's great. I love everything about this movie. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's a good movie. So yeah.
The mechanic in that one. You crack me up. Just, whiskey! Gives us another 50 RPMs. Like, all right, man.
And the sonar guy can hear absolutely everything. And like somebody drops their loose change and he's like, that was 35 cents.
And the radio man, it's like grabbing live wires.
Yeah. I love that movie. I really do.
Yeah, it's just.
But since you mentioned Das Boot, I figured I should just follow it up with the exact opposite.
That's perfect.
Okay, I'm done. That's all. I just wanted to mention it. So, Dan, what do you got?
I started all that with Operation Petticoat, didn't I?
You did. You mentioned Operation Petticoat, so I had to
You are
take it one step
marginally
further.
responsible.
Playing for it. Oh, I don't even know where to go from here. Okay, I'm going to bring a sea battle that don't involve another boat.
Okay.
The movie Demeter involves a vampire on a ship, and it's a battle at sea, but it's a battle with the undead, the forces of evil, Dracula himself. And spoiler, it don't work out good for the boat crew. How's that for a choice?
That's a good one.
I think I watched that by
not seen
accident.
That was pretty
watched
recent,
it
though,
by
right? The
accident,
last
yeah.
voyage of the Demeter. Yeah.
It's 2023. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I saw it advertised and I
Sounds
wanted to watch
intriguing,
it,
but I haven't seen
but
it.
yeah, I haven't
Same.
gotten around it yet.
I haven't, as much as I love Dracula movies, and I really did want to see it, for some reason it just passed me by. But good choice, nevertheless.
It passed me by yesterday when I did a Dracula double feature with that and Renfield.
So based on those who has seen it, and I've just froze again. I'll be right back.
I like the concept of the movie because every other version of Dracula that like mentions the Demeter, you never actually see what happens on the Demeter. You see like Nosferatu coming up out of the hold, or you see the aftermath with like Captain dragging on the wheel dead, but you never actually see what happened. So there's a whole movie that fills in that gap for you, which I think is really neat. It's a neat concept. But like I said,
most of the old movies just showed the boat tossing and turning like a Gilligan's Island scene.
Right.
And then aftermath, you never actually see what really happened on the boat till this movie.
Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, the vampire looks very impressive. So very bat-like.
Okay, Pons is back.
Yay.
Just in
Hello,
time to
Mike
get
Silva.
his opinion.
What was Shane's pick?
Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. We were still talking about the voyage of the Demeter.
We're still talking about the Demeter.
I thought Dan said just in time for his pick, so I thought I missed a bunch of stuff. I'm glad I didn't continue.
Well,
But I guess now
think about Demeter, man. You bailed out.
you said based on those who've seen it, and then you left.
Oh yeah, based on those of us, I'll come in again. Based on those of us who have seen it, it's a good movie because the only person who's seen it is Dan. So. But it does sound intriguing. I should go out and watch it.
Well, let me say this though. I did enjoy Renfield better. I'm just saying.
Check.
Okay, so now I guess it is Shane's turn. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with it's a battle between personnel on two boats. Hot Shots Part 2.
Excellent.
When they're trying to pose as fishermen and the patrol boat comes along and oh god, I forget her name, but she goes into the women's bathroom and that's what gives them away. So they start shooting back and forth with each other, but just like, I mean, it's Hot Shots. What can you say about Hot Shots? It's just over the top, perfectly done, goofy comedy. They're shooting at them like Charlie Sheen almost gets hit by a tomahawk, and it's like, where did that come from? But like when you think all hope is lost, he just pops up with an M60, just unlimited ammo, and how their boat gets dwindled down to just the bow, and he's just standing in a mountain of
He's in a mountain of shells. Yeah.
Like, yes. That's part of my intro for my live streams. But I love.
And Lloyd Bridges plays President.
That's Ryan.
Yep.
Freaking Ryan. From Whose Line Is It Anyway? He's in both of those movies, and he connects them with Eagle River. I don't know if I ever caught that. Both movies mention Eagle River.
Yeah, Ryan Stiles. That's his name.
Ryan Stiles. I gotta remember his last name.
Yeah, before he did Whose Line Is It Anyway, he was a character actor. He actually he plays a soldier for a gangster in an old episode of The Hitcher called OD Feeling, which is one of the best episodes they ever did.
Really?
I don't-
did
yeah.
not know that.
So
And
is that
it-
movie like 40 years old too?
Huh?
How old is that movie? What year did it come out?
The Hitchhiker was a TV series. It was on
Oh.
HBO in the 80s. It was
The movie he's talking about, the part dude.
anthology. Or-
Isn't there a scene where
It's like from
Charlie
the
Sheen
90s, yeah.
and Martin Sheen are on
Really?
two separate boats going in the opposite direction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wall Street, yes.
They say I love you in Wall Street. Yes.
Left in Wall Street. I love that movie. I have the Hot Shots movies. I haven't watched them in a while though, but yeah, that's a good one.
I have them, and I'm not sure I've ever watched them.
They've got a great cast. I
They
mean, they
do,
got like
yeah.
Richard Crenna,
Oh, yes.
Rowan Atkinson, Miguel Ferrer. Yeah, so good. Okay, a good like I haven't seen it in a really long time either, but I remember loving the Hot Shot movies. What's up?
Oh, the sky has just opened up outside.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
dear.
he's fighting.
The
a
deluge has
thunderstorm.
begun.
Yes.
We are now in severe thunderstorm warning territory right now. So,
They're talking about
Oh, boy.
thunder snow up here in the Northeast.
oh wow,
So I could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
All I got is ice everywhere. It froze up down here.
yeah. If you see me drop and run, I'm going for the bathtub. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, we got 40-mile-per-hour winds supposedly. Well, at some point, maybe gusts, whatever. But yeah,
Texas
Lots of
Knight
fun.
also wants to talk about Battleship.
No.
It's one of the first ones we talked about.
Yeah.
Hitchhiker, precursor to Tales of the Crypt. Yeah, true.
It was. I mentioned it was.
No. Okay, so Thrash. It's your
Thrash.
turn again.
All right, I have one more ironic pick. I'm going to say ironic. It's not really ironic. That's the irony. But a movie that you wouldn't associate with a naval battle, with one of the best naval battles in what I think is in recent cinema. Benjamin Button. The scene
What?
where the scene where the little boat he's in gets into a firefight with a German U-boat. It's only a couple minutes, but it's one of the most intense naval battle scenes in recent cinema. And it's funny because you don't think of it's a naval movie. It's not. But what happens is before the American involvement in the war, he's in the merchant navy and they engage in a German sub which takes out a convoy, and it's really intense.
I'll take your word for it. I've only seen the movie once and I don't remember a thing.
I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
same
You're in
here.
good company.
Yeah.
It's not a great movie,
Yeah.
but it's a great scene.
It's an interesting concept, somebody that ages backwards, but
Like Merlin.
Yeah.
It was written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I guess the novelette is better, but this
Yeah, I
is an
remember
English
reading
history
it a
class,
long
so-
time ago. Yeah. Like, I think I read it in high school.
It was not written by Ambrose Bierce. So, oh, by the way, and for those of you who still don't think that they're watching everything you say, remember how last week I was talking about Ambrose Bierce? Today, when I was having my coffee, the Ambrose Bierce library came up on my suggestions. And I'm like, stop listening to me. I'm a crackpot.
Oh, they're definitely listening. They are.
Yeah, I don't think that's even up for debate. The fact that sometimes it reads your mind when you don't even say something out loud, that's the scary part.
The first time that happened to me, I thought I was going to crap myself, literally. Yes,
It's scary.
Now, what they
really
say is it just fits your algorithm. You've talked about
The algorithm
so
just
many
knows you
other
better than you
related
know
matters.
yourself. Yes. It knows what you're thinking at all times.
Yeah, it's like that little toy that was 20 questions.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like that. Is that you say enough stuff that it's going to eventually lead there sooner or later anyway? But still, get out of my mind. You would be
creepy when it
spared. Mercy.
I like messing with the algorithm and searching for things that I never search for, just for the heck of it. Things have nothing to do with me, and then I get ads for them on Facebook and whatnot for the rest of the week after that. It's like, come on.
Well, Shane will understand this more than anybody else, but I keep clicking on links that Caldy sends me, and my algorithm is completely screwed. Okay. So Benjamin Button. I mean, it's a good choice, but I think it was a little too obscure for all of us because I don't remember.
I've seen that movie and I don't remember that part.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah, same with me. I remember he was part of the Merchant Marine and he came back to New Orleans or whatever right after all that or something like that. And anyway,
You can find the clip on YouTube. I did.
Yeah.
So if
I'll
you have
watch
an
it, yeah.
interest. But yeah, I promise that's my last ironic pick. Everything else will have navies in them.
okay.
Shane's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Well, you know, he's got to do things. He's working. He's on the job. Driving through frozen hell at the moment. Okay, Demian. Yes, Demian.
D-Man.
hey, that's what my cousin calls me. Demian. My whole life. Demian.
I don't know where that came from. Okay.
Damien. But anyway.
Baron.
I'm gonna go with one I didn't even really know it was know about this movie until I like was just looking up like sea battle movies, like trying to get ideas for what to watch or what I have watched and so on and so forth. But Greyhound from 2020, Tom Hanks. It was I believe an Apple TV movie. I had to rent it, but it was if you haven't seen it, it is a really good movie. Just it's intense battle scenes. It basically Greyhound is Tom Hanks is the captain of a destroyer that is escorting a convoy through the what did they call that? The Atlantic Gap, where they couldn't get airplanes from either side, so they couldn't get air cover. So you're through this area where there's, you're fair game kind of thing. They go up against a U-boat wolf pack. So there's like 5 or 6 U-boats all coming at this convoy. And he's only got a couple of other ships with him that are, I think there's 3 other ships with him that are, helping defend the convoy. But it's kind of like one, so Das Boot is from the German U-boat side of the story, and this is from the convoy destroyer side of the story. So it's like interesting. Okay. I kind of watched them one after the other, by the way. So it's interesting to see both sides. But it's a fairly realistic, though there are some maneuvers that are like, I don't know if the boat can turn that sharp, but okay, moments in it. But it's just, it's one battle after another kind of thing. And also, like, there's a personal side to it where Tom Hanks is the captain and he doesn't go to bed or really eat much for like, he's on his feet for basically like 50 some odd hours during the entire time that it's happening. The Mid-Atlantic Gap, that was it. Yeah. So, the Black Pit. Yes.
We know what makes this movie really good?
Have you seen it?
Yeah. You know what makes it really good?
What?
Is he don't talk to a ball for 2 hours.
He probably had one in his cabin and we just didn't get to see it.
After watching movies like the one where he's sitting on the island for 2 hours, this movie was a pleasure. I'm serious.
Every time I hear the term Wolfpack, I always go back to they had an interview with Dönitz, obviously while he was still alive. He's been dead for years, but he was doing an interview for some documentary, and he came up with the idea. He explained how he came up with the idea of the U-boat, and everyone's expecting this like really profound insight. And he goes, "I was a sub skipper in World War I, and one day I came across a column of Allied vessels, and all I could think was, if I had more subs with me, I could inflict higher casualties." And I went, yeah. But he said it like it was this great insight. And it's like, yes, if you had more weapons, you could.
But of course.
Higher casualties. But I'm like, wow, I can see why they put you in charge of the Navy. Wow.
So, it's like, thank you, Captain Obvious.
Yes,
it's like John Madden on football. What the team needs to do is score more and prevent the other team from scoring.
Yes.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Try to jump
really
very, very high.
Yeah. But no, it was it's a good, lots of good battle scenes with interesting maneuvers, and they use up their depth charges too quickly, so they're like limited in what they can do, so they have to go after them with surface guns and stuff. It was an interesting take on it was a very good take, relatively realistic from the side of the Allies. During
I
the
do have an Apple
Battle of the
subscription,
Atlantic.
so maybe I should watch it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he's now
think it's-
Commodore obvious. Well done.
My bad. I'm sorry. Using the wrong,
No.
dressing down that Commodore. Yeah.
I have seen Hell Below. It was not on my list, though.
Mhm.
Okay, since apparently you and Dan are the only people who've seen it, I guess we'll move on.
Yeah.
But it looks good. Like, it looks like a good movie. I just looked it up while you were talking, and it looks great. So I'm going to go with another submarine battle, but this one is just a submarine versus, well, as soon as I say it, you'll know what I'm talking about. A giant squid, and that's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Ah, yes.
That was my next one.
I didn't even think about that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is probably my favorite live action Disney movie. Like, I don't think there's even like a second place, really. This is the movie that really introduced me to James Mason and Kirk Douglas, and oh man, this movie's great. Peter Lorre. But yeah, the battle of Captain Nemo's ship, the Nautilus, against the giant squid is iconic.
Yes.
First of all, you've got the electrifying shock that they set up earlier in the movie against the like island natives. But then you also have the actual battle, like on the surface of the ocean in the middle of a horrible storm with the squid, latched onto the ship and like grabbing people. And, you've got Kirk Douglas standing on the top of the submarine with a spear going after the eye of the giant squid. I mean, that is movie magic, man. That is great stuff. And the only reason it's a storm, of course, is because they didn't want to show too much. Because didn't want to see that it's really just a big rubber suit.
And the sets and the special effects, all practical, were amazing for 1954. I mean,
incredible.
That was it was incredible. So I've seen that movie probably 20, 30 times in my life because it was on TV so much. But
yeah, I grew up with that movie.
Yeah,
it was like
my mother
constant
loved
rotation.
that movie, and I have a lot of love for that movie. That and Journey to the Center of the Earth, those two.
Of course, another James Mason movie.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was going to say, speaking of
Once
Mason,
again, Tug, thank you for ripping the curtain right off from my That was my next choice. I had it all planned out. I was going to talk about Kirk Douglas' singing and how it made me sick.
Yeah, it's a Disney
The only
movie.
part
There's
of the
got to
movie
be
I
singing
didn't
in
like
it somewhere.
Kirk Douglas's voice.
Yeah.
I almost said Top of the World.
Yep, Top of the World.
Island at the Top of the World is pretty damn good. It really is. It really is. And what was the other one? Return of the Castaways, Revenge of the Castaways. The one with Haley Mills. That one was also pretty good.
Sorry, Indy's got me thinking of Bela Lugosi squirming with the tentacles. Ah!
Iconic image. No, I can see that would.
But no, in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the actual like the tentacle coming inside the vessel. I mean, that's great stuff. So good. I love that movie.
And the beak on the
the beak on
yeah.
yeah.
Does it go "Rick" when it opens?
It was scary as a kid, right?
It was scary, yeah.
I think my favorite part of the movie was the design of the Nautilus. I love that.
Oh yeah, it's the
That's
best version.
iconic. Yeah.
That's one of those things that you can improve upon. It's like the time machine from George Powell's The Time Machine. Every time they try to improve on it, it's not as good looking as the original time machine.
And one thing about Journey to the Center of the Earth and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, bite my tongue, 20,000 Leagues Under the
It's
Sea.
a different submarine movie.
Yeah, all
But
together.
it shows that you can deviate wildly from the source material and still have an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
Because
So,
hot take, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is a boring ass novel. I don't like it.
And the less said about the Journey to the Center of the Earth 20th century, the later remake it completely sucked. Absolutely sucked. With Brendan Fraser.
The Brendan Fraser version, yeah. We don't need to talk about that.
No, and we won't, although we did. I apologize. But yes.
So,
Yes.
what else do you have to say about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Dan? other than Kirk Douglas's singing made you sick?
I love the movie though. I love Submarine. That's one of my favorites of all time. I grew up on Disney as a child, and that was a go-to movie for Disney. It was on 3 or 4 times a year. I probably watched it every time it was on.
I grew up in Orlando, and at Disney World for the longest time, they had like a 20th century 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride where like you actually went down in the Nautilus and they actually did get attacked by the giant squid. You see a tentacle come up against the window and stuff. And that was awesome. I'm sad they got rid of that. They should still
When I heard they got rid of that, it was like when they got rid of the Star Trek experience in Vegas. I'm like,
yeah,
are you kidding
Why
me?
would you do that? They got rid of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride too. Like, what is wrong with you people?
Fascists.
Everyone loves Mr. Toad's
Cossacks.
Wild Ride.
Yeah.
Philistines.
Nowhere in particular. I get more than the movie.
Go back anyway, but still.
Okay, so Danny, what's your next pick?
Oh, I'm still trying to get her in the fact you jerked the rug right out from under me on 20,000 Leagues. That was my big one. That was my big score. You know, I appreciate Tug sending me this. And since I talked about Dracula Battle at Sea, I'd be messed up if I didn't talk about my favorite show, Kolchak the Night Stalker, where Darren McGavin battles a werewolf at sea on a cruise boat. It's one of my favorite at sea battles of all time. Even though it's from a TV show, I would put it against anything released in the theater for the 10 years prior or 10 years after this episode of The Night Stalker, which made more waves than actual movies about werewolves did at the time.
Waves.
Especially around that time. Werewolf movies at that time were terrible.
Yeah.
It took until the 80s Renaissance before
you got to werewolf in this 1973 TV series blew most things away involving werewolves for the time.
Yeah, and I'm impressed Kolchak got away with half the stuff it got away with for 1973 TV,
And then on top of that, it featured a array of different monsters. You got your monster fill with this show.
Yeah, it's great. I completely approve of that. Like, that is actually one of my favorite episodes of a show that did not last nearly long enough.
Must confess I haven't seen it, so I will have to just take your word for it, which I will.
Yep.
Which I will.
You know that all these episodes of Kolchak the Night Stalker are up on YouTube. You could watch them. You could experience the greatness of this series yourself.
I've seen a lot of them. I just haven't seen that one. It's like
there's not that many. Like, how many episodes are there? Like 20?
24, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe if you count the movies, I think maybe, hold on.
Yeah, if you count the
20
movies.
episodes. 20 episodes.
There are still episodes of Night Gallery I haven't seen. I'm ashamed myself.
20 original episodes. I can rest assured I've seen all 20 of them episodes multiple times.
Yeah, me too.
Now, and you're absolutely right, Slasher Fred. The X-Files is literally from the template of Kolchak.
Yeah, I mean the showrunner behind the X-Files openly admits that he's basically just ripping off Kolchak. Chris Carter, yeah.
He went as far as trying to get the Kolchak, Darren McGavin, to play the Kolchak character in a episode of the X-Files.
They tried.
But he chose to be an FBI agent instead, which I thought was a kick in the crotch. But okay.
Okay, Shane, are you there or are you busy? I'm guessing he's busy.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I had to get some fuel and I'm inside the store. But
Understood.
yeah, I'll throw a hokey one out right quick. I mean, you kind of got to mention this one. Waterworld.
I expected Damien to bring that one up.
Really?
That final
Not on my
battle.
list, believe it or not.
Sea battles with jet skis, man. It's great stuff.
You're right.
Not to say it was good, but it was just the one part with the guy who was stuck inside the tanker who always stayed below, and finally when the planes came down, he was like,
oh, thank God.
Yes. It's like that made the whole movie. Yes.
We're down to 5 feet of the black stuff.
Do you want a bag?
No.
Okay.
Take a bag.
But that movie as a whole was, it was absolute schlock.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it was good enough to warrant what would you call it, the stunt show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
feature for the longest time. Yeah,
At Disney,
with all those jet skis.
Or was it Disney or was it
I think it was
Disney?
Universal.
No, it was
I think.
Universal. I'm
It
sorry,
was
Universal. Yeah.
That sure ran
Dennis,
for a
Dennis
good
Hopper
long
does
time.
make the movie though. Dennis
No,
Hopper.
Dennis Hopper
great
is the reason to watch
as
the
the
movie
villain.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, that's scary.
I love
I'm
the
not
part
sure
where
Dennis Hopper's a good enough reason to watch that movie.
Well, it's not a good movie. I'll tell you.
And you
I
know
love the
me,
part
I
where
really
they're-
like behind the scenes stuff, and I respect Waterworld for like the perseverance of the filmmakers, like because all of their sets were destroyed and they had to start from scratch halfway through filming, and they did it. That's impressive. I mean, that's one of the reasons the movie wound up not making a lot of money, but still, that's
That
inspiring.
wasn't good.
And
That
yeah,
was
it's
a
not a
big part
good
of it,
movie.
too.
It's kind of dumb.
The atoll fight scene was kind of neat, where they had the big, double.
Wow.
What is happening?
Sorry, that was my CB.
Did it say your mama?
I just got in the
Other
truck
words.
and my CB just went on. Just truckers
Yeah.
talking to each other. That's all.
You tell
Sorry about that. Jeez.
That was awesome. Damien, what were you saying?
It's the atoll battle where they got the gunboat with the big double anti-aircraft gun, and they're just punching holes through it, and the guy's just like and fucking takes out the boss's fuel ship or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, it had some decent battles in it for sure. It was interesting, but a horrible movie otherwise.
No, I actually think the
have thought it was a
action
great
scenes in the
movie.
movie are great.
Yeah.
Like I
Mhm.
don't have any like negative things to say about the action scenes. It's just that the plot and
the plot.
Kevin Costner's acting.
Yeah. Kevin Costner playing Kevin Costner as a
He wasn't
merman.
even trying. He was playing a phoned-in Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
The movie opened with him drinking his own pee. Like,
Yeah.
Costner.
Hey, he filtered it. Don't even. We're all drinking our own pee in the end.
The only convincing performance of Kevin Costner was in the opening sequence of The Big Chill.
Oh, that scene in the movie where Dennis Hopper's getting the fake eye put in, and it's like a big giant metal
right.
ball bearing,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like sitting there painting it.
Now, wait
How
a
does it
minute
look?
Now, Kevin Costner was really good in that movie where he was a cowboy or something.
Oh, you talking
Silverado?
Dances with Wolves or the
No,
other one?
no.
Silverado.
Oh,
Like
Silverado. Okay. Oh,
Well,
he's good.
Yeah, he's good in Silverado. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
But it's
Wyatt
a
Earp movie.
small role, and he's playing like
Or Wyatt Earp,
a
where he
loose
plays
cannon
Wyatt Earp,
type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the good movie. The rest of them
And
don't.
it was such an ensemble cast, and Castner's overshadowed by everyone in it. If you ask me, I think everyone outperformed.
Honestly, I think Kevin Costner as an actor was better in westerns. He should have just stuck with westerns. He was always
I
good.
agree.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Kevin Costner's best movies are when he's surrounded by actors better than him.
Like Silverado.
Like
Yeah.
Silverado, yeah.
This is where we came in.
And even though he's the main character in Wyatt Earp, yeah, he is surrounded by better talent. Bill Paxton just like
Yeah.
acts
Bill
circles
Paxton.
around him.
Yeah. I think Bill Paxton was one of the most underrated actors of the.
Ever.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
Excellent.
How he never got like a starring role is still beyond me. Oh, and another thing, he actually does a made-for-TV series on the Hatfield McCoy feud, and he plays Devil Arns, and it's one of the least convincing. I mean, how could you not have fun with the patriarch in the greatest feud in American history? And he's just kind of there,
Yeah.
talking like Kevin, and I'm like, no, he had emotion and
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think his role in that movie was convincing at all. He just
It wasn't no
he
movie.
did not,
That was
or not
epic,
movie, but
man. That was-
series.
It
Yeah,
was a mini
yeah,
series. It was a mini
Yeah,
Yeah,
series.
it lasted forever, and it just
Yeah.
by the time it was over, you want to drive nails in your head.
Care.
yeah.
Well,
the first few episodes were good, and then it just kind of plodded
Yeah.
on, and it's like, oh, come on now.
the feud didn't officially end until like 1915 or something. It was, no, like 75.
Yeah, it was like
It-
1975 or something like that. Yeah.
1975. They had a
Yeah.
sit down. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't real impressed with the Civil War epics parts of it. Neither. It seemed something was off with it.
Well, that's how it started, but the
Mhm.
two fought on different sides, and because they had been friends. And well, this is not about feuds in America, although it could be if you guys want to start fighting. I'm kidding. Sorry.
Well, there's always the Family Feud too.
They were on the Family Feud.
No, I
Hatfields
don't
and
know.
McCoys in the first.
That would be
first-
awesome. That sounds like an
they were on the
SNL
Family
skit,
Feud.
honestly.
And
Yeah.
you'll never guess who won. I'll guess.
Okay,
I never
so
realized how truly. I'm sorry.
we digressed from our digression.
We way
Yes.
digressed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because Waterworld, we had to talk about Kevin Costner, and that just sent us
Yeah,
off.
it just kind of went all over the place.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Kevin Costner's career.
Yeah.
Waterworld, dog.
Oh, am I up? I think
Yeah,
I'm up.
it's
Yeah, you're up. You're up.
Holy cow!
You're on deck.
I'm up.
Nothing with Kevin Costner in it, please.
No. I don't think he was born at this point. But I'm going to pick a movie that actually someone else mentioned. It's been mentioned at least once, I think twice. But it's one of the greatest classical naval battles in global history. The Battle of Actium seen in an otherwise appalling movie, Cleopatra.
Yes.
I must confess, Cleopatra is my guilty pleasure movie. Love that time period. It's about as historically accurate as an episode of Hogan's Heroes, but I do love it. I mean, Roddy McDowell is Octavius. Richard Burton as Mark Antony. I mean, how can you not have fun with this? And the Battle of Actium is one of the most wild rides in cinema, and it was all done with practical effects, all of it. So I have to doff the old cap.
No, Cleopatra. Yeah, it's not a good movie, but I do enjoy it. Like you, I think it's kind of a guilty pleasure. It's got an incredible cast, like you said, and that battle actually is pretty cool. It's
like
very
Cleopatra in that movie again.
Liz Taylor.
Liz Taylor.
Yeah,
I knew there was a reason to watch it.
she's not really the best reason to watch it. I mean, she's nice to look at, but her acting is, yeah. It's very much in the style that, like, it was a throwback to old, Ben-Hur style Hollywood. That's what they were going for. They were trying to compete with television. That was, why they tossed so much money at Cleopatra. And I think that scene was worth it. Like that whole scene was fantastic. The movie itself does have some very large problems, but I agree with you, Thresh. It's kind of a guilty pleasure.
And the Battle of Actium is considered one of the most decisive naval battles in human history. It created the Pax Romana.
Right.
So you gotta give it to him.
Hello, Angel McCardle.
I grew up with all them movies in my childhood, like Cleopatra and Ben-Hur, and I always enjoyed watching them because they brought, to me now, if I watch one, it brings back the nostalgia of my childhood. But I still find them an enjoyable watch. Even the
I
Ten
like those
Commandments.
old epics, like Ten Commandments. Even throw those in there. Like I love those movies.
And a little trivia question, a little trivia bit for you, I should say, fun fact, if you will, is if you ever saw, speaking of World War II, The Longest Day, and you wonder why so many actors are in both The Longest Day and Cleopatra, when Cleopatra had shut down briefly due to one problem after another they were having, they decided to rattle off this war movie that Fox had just acquired the rights to, The Longest Day. And, well, since these guys are being paid anyway, we'll use them in the movie. And that's why so many of them are in both.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's a very cool fact. I might write that down and make a short out of it.
Thank you. I get some tickled pink when you take my fun facts and make shorts out of them. It's really...
Just got to write it down. Hold on.
It honors me. I am honored. Well, I tried to get honor.
Just a little honor.
I was hoping someone would catch that.
It actually took me a second. I'm like, what? Oh. Okay, so
Damien.
good choice. Damien.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with what's in my little tagline down there and go with Hunt for Red October.
I'm glad somebody finally brought it up.
I thought
Next
you'd bring
time,
it up.
Jack, write a goddamn memo. He says it like
It's on
3
my
times.
list,
in the
by the way. Thank you very much.
Anyway, one of my favorite, sub movies of all time, Cold War, cat and mouse games going on in there, and just you gotta love Alec Baldwin in that, and Sean Connery and so on, and just the cast is perfect.
Sean
far
Connery's
as,
Russian accent is so good.
Oh yeah,
I just that just threw me off that entire movie. I'm just like, I guess
that is the one thing is the Scottish accent as a Russian was funny, and whereas all the other actors could at least fake a Russian accent through most of the movie, he just,
Sean Connery. I think he was actually trying. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he's like,
gave up.
I'm Sean Connery. I'll talk whoever I want. I don't know if you guys have seen the SNL parody about all the films made in Boston called Boston Accent.
Oh yeah.
One of the funniest bits in that whole thing is the different Boston accents that really only people from New England would know. It's like this guy doing the Kennedy-esque accent, this guy doing this, and they said, and there's one actor who, for reasons unknown, decided at the last minute to not do an accent. And that's Sean Connery. I'll be playing a Spaniard. I'll do a Scottish accent. I'll be playing an American. I'll do a Scottish accent. I'll play a Scot. All right, now I won't use my normal speaking voice for that, just to go, ha! So
I mean,
he didn't care. He was up there with Brando. I'm going to play this the way I want to. Suck it.
I mean, Sam Neill at least had a convincing...
Sam Neill I bought.
Yeah.
I totally bought Sam Neill.
Yeah.
Well, in the 1979 movie Meteor, John Connery plays an American scientist who works for Russians and still uses the exact same voice.
That's kind of what I was going for.
And Tim Curry. Let's not forget Tim Curry.
Yes. There's Tim Curry's in there. You got James Earl Jones. You got Scott Glenn. I mean, it's like an
even
all-star
the evil
cast,
Russian commander of the other submarine that they blow up later in the movie. Like that's Stellan Skarsgård. Young Stellan Skarsgård.
Yep. You got Jeffrey Jones in there. I mean,
yes.
Even Gates McFadden makes a very brief appearance in that movie. Yes.
Jack Ryan's wife. Yeah.
Yes. And she is as beautiful as always.
She's the doctor.
She took an entire season off of Star Trek to do that.
but Tim Curry playing it totally completely straight. Unintended.
Yep.
Just so absolutely. It was, and he was convincing at it. He
Yeah.
was really convincing as a Russian naval doctor. And I'm like, wow, I would have never believed you could have done anything but play a pantomime.
It's one of the only examples I can think of him like taking a role that seriously. Like,
Ever.
Even in serious movies, usually he's goofing it up. Like in
he's the comic relief,
Mhm.
and it works. He always makes it work. So it was amazing. And you're right, Sam Neill. And I love the fact that like, and because it's something we all do, particularly Americans, because Americans are not a cosmopolitan people. But any people who have fantasies about other country always have these like wild, crazy, like where the blank did you come up with that? And his just idea of what life would be like in America was just it was just so amazing to see that. I'll have a house in Arizona and another one in Montana, and I'll drive my SUV in between, and I'll grow rabbits, and my wife will cook them. And I'm like, where are you getting this?
Yes.
You know?
Do you think they'll let me live in Montana?
He's got a great death scene where he basically says, "I always wanted to see Montana."
Yes.
And as much as I don't
lives.
like Alec Baldwin, I really don't like Alec Baldwin. I think he's actually probably the best Jack Ryan.
Yes.
Of all the actors who
agree.
play Jack Ryan, I think he's the closest to the actual character.
I think this is one of his best roles, honestly.
I agree.
That he's ever played is as Jack Ryan in The Hunt for Red October. But
he really is amazing in it. The scene where it dawns on him what the Russians doing before anyone else. Son of a bitch!
Yeah,
You know?
son of a bitch! And hits the. You have something to add, Mr. Ryan?
Yeah, that's such a convincing scene.
Yes.
The only thing I think of, and it's funny because it's not a starring role, but the only thing that may have outshadowed this movie is his supporting role in Glengarry Glen Ross. I thought he was outstanding.
Okay, yeah, he's pretty good in that too.
My blood ran cold in that movie. Of course, he was playing it exactly like my father. Every person who's ever met my father, I've showed that scene. I go, who does that remind you of? And they go,
okay.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
And allegedly, that teddy bear he had is the same teddy bear that John McClane had in Title.
Really?
Allegedly.
No,
Yeah,
really?
I've heard it from several sources. It's like, yeah, it's the same bear, and I was like, oh,
I'm prepared to believe
Really?
it. I'm just like, wow.
Is this the director who takes that bear around and sticks it in all these movie story?
probably.
I don't know that story, but okay.
That bear may have been somewhere else. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a story out there about this director guy, and he's got the bear and he puts it in all these movies. I heard it somewhere.
Well, they're both
No,
John McTiernan, right? So yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
I don't remember.
another thing I liked about it was the hotshot navigator, because this is true. They would navigate through the mountain range in the Mid Atlantic. That's how they could get so deep. But the problem is they couldn't see, so they had to do not dead reckoning, but they would judge their speed, and they knew how the distances between the things where they had to turn. And the guy, he's a hotshot. He goes, you could paint my windshield shut, and with a map and a stopwatch, I could fly through the Rockies. But then they keep having him change it. No, we've changed our speed, so redo it. And the third time they have him redo it, he starts like, because with each recalculation comes the greater chance of error. And it's subtle, but it's just so wow. Yeah, like
the tension and all of that is palpable.
It's just such a great movie.
Yeah. And then they have to evade the torpedo by getting so close to the wall that they damn near hit it, and the torpedo hits the wall instead of them. Yada yada yada. That whole scene is interesting, and it's a good scene. Whole set of or series of scenes.
And then that great line at the end. We're missing another Russian sub. We need your help.
You've lost another one?
Sub?
Oh,
I love that battle at the end where the submarine actually comes out of the water and
the Dallas or whatever it is.
You're like, oh, he scared him out of the water.
Blow. Yeah. Captain scaring him out of the water.
So good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when their submarine blows up underwater and they see it and they think that their captain just died, it's so good. Oh, I love that movie. God, I want to watch it again right now.
The one scene that always stands out is when they drop the torpedo that's going after the Red October and they explode it on purpose before it hits. And you just see James Earl Jones's hand come up and he or come off the button. He's like, You heard the torpedo hit the sub, and you heard the sub explode, and I was never here. Shows him his hand. I was never here.
I want to see this movie again now. I really do. I really
so good.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great movie. Yeah,
it's
one of my favorite
years.
Yeah, and I have it on.
Connery, boy.
I have it on such an old DVD that it doesn't even automatically go stretch to screen kind of thing. I have to go into the settings and blow it up because it's got the added bars on the side and whatnot. So anyway,
Chris, my brother, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Wilkinson.
Ratings.
Yeah, and one thing that people don't often remark about Red October that I think needs special attention is the sound work on it. When my parents first got a whole movie theater stereo surround put in their bonus room when they were pretending to be rich, the first movie we watched was Hunt for Red October, and the sound in that movie is so intense. It's good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I was watching it and hold on, sound issue here. I was watching it this morning, or I didn't get to finish it. I watched it up until the battle scene starts, kind of thing. But,
so everything but the battle.
Yeah. But
the rest of the movie is good too.
I know. I've seen this movie so many times. I know it all by heart, basically. But I was watching it and I was listening. I was actually sitting in the middle of the couch where I'm perfectly centered between all the speakers, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, when you hear the water sounds around the submarine, you can actually hear it coming around you, while you're sitting there. They did an excellent job on the 5.1 mixing on that soundtrack or whatever, or the sound for the movie. I think it was originally done in surround sound, but they upscaled it to 5.1 at some point. So,
oh, nice. Yeah. But yeah, even the scene Indy's talking about where you hear the torpedo bouncing off the hull. If you listen to the movie in stereo surround, you hear it. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Oh yeah, Scott.
Good pick. Good pick.
Of course. Okay, so Hunt for Red October. We got enough time for each of us to have one more quick one.
Okay,
Let's
good.
see, which one do I want to pick?
Don't do it.
Okay, let's talk about some mini subs. Let's talk about the fight in the Abyss between a completely crazed Michael Biehn and his mini sub versus what's her name in her sub, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, I want to say.
I would have never thought about this one in a million years, boy. Good
It's
choice.
great. Like he's trying to chase down Ed Harris in the water, and you know he's all by himself. He doesn't have a mini sub. He's just like out in the naked ocean by himself. And Michael Biehn is he's got like deep sea sickness or whatever. He's got the tremors, and he's gone completely insane. And he's trying to ram him. So at one point, like Ed Harris hides under a cliff, and then he's like flying over the cliff. And then as soon as he gets over to the top, then you see Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio and her sub, and they just collide. And it cracks his windshield, and then he sees it cracking, and he puts his hand on it, and then he implodes. That scene is amazing. It is so good, and so.
And the fact that she's reaching for him at the same time.
Yeah, she reaches for him, and he reaches
for her.
They're both like,
yeah. It's like she's looking him dead in the eye when he's about to die, and that's a great scene.
So I wanted to bring that one up because that's a good one.
I love that movie.
Agreed.
Great.
I have a hard time coming up with more words than awesome, but that scene is awesome. I love it.
How about this? I would say this movie is visually dynamic.
It is, yes, very good. Nicely done.
And
of course,
actually some really decent
thing where they're in the submarine, the mini sub, and it's like slowly filling up with water, and they don't realize how screwed they are until they're really scred, and then he has to swim with her underwater, and she's drowned, and then he has to say, like the whole thing is great.
Yeah.
Let me finish my statement that visually dynamic. This movie jumps out at you visually. It really gets in your face with all the wonderful colors and contrast. I like this movie especially a lot if you're like doing shrooms.
Oh man, imagine those aliens at the end were great. Yeah. Yeah, the Abyss and the CGI in the Abyss. That's CGI done right, and it was really early CGI.
Like that's what I was just about to bring up. Was that some really good, really early CGI that they, compared to what they could do today, and that you can tell it's CGI, but it's convincing.
It's still incredible.
It's convincing,
Yeah.
So,
but say what you will about James Cameron, but the man knows how to do special effects in his movies.
Yes.
Nobody.
If you have limitations, you work with those limitations. You don't, you don't try to overdo it. So.
And yes, the longer version of the Abyss is better because it makes more sense. They like in the theatrical cut of the Abyss, they kind of took away the theme. The whole point of the movie is lost.
I think I got the director's cut.
Director's cut is much better. That's the one where you see like the tidal wave and it stops and all that.
Yeah, director's cut definitely is better.
Yeah.
Much better. Yeah. Anyway,
I got two of them. I got that and Deep Star 6, which could be another great.
Deep Star 6. I really want to cover that one on my channel one day.
You definitely should.
I love
Deep
that
Star
movie.
6 is like the ultimate underwater monster battle movie.
Completely agree.
I like the way the monster looks in Deep Star 6. It's better than
the giant
the bubbles in the other movie.
Yeah, that came out the same year as Leviathan, and I like Leviathan as like cosmic horror, but Deep Star 6 is such a better movie.
Yeah,
and it was the cheaper movie, so that's
true.
That's the surprise with it.
Yeah,
so is it on me real quick?
Yeah,
interesting.
So we're not going to talk about this next week, are we?
No, I think I'm going to change subjects next week.
Thank God. Okay,
I only got a few more on my list.
Thanks to people picking my choices, I'm running out of choices. But I'm going to finish up with my last choice today, being probably the greatest naval battle movie ever made in 1976. That would be Midway with my guy, Charlton Heston. Now, I couldn't get through one show without talking about Charlton Heston, werewolves, and vampires. So I think I got all my choice. I got all my stuff covered today.
Well done, sir.
And I think everybody will agree that Midway was probably the classic best of the 70s war movies, and definitely the best of the Midway movies. You've seen the latest one, right?
It's arguably the best naval battle film in history, period. it's the best of all time, if you ask me.
Yeah, probably. I can't come up with another one to compete with it.
Yeah, that.
Well,
and,
Tora.
I was about to say Tora is pretty close.
I'll take Tora.
They're basically the same movie.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
And there's a deleted scene in Midway where they talk about the earlier battle of the Coral Sea, which for some reason they were only showing on like the Hallmark Channel or something. There was one network that actually had it used to air it, and so you can see the complete version. And it's funny because it's a really good battle segment in its own right, but it also sets up the later drama. I mean, they talk about it off camera, like, oh well, the Coral Sea is important because of the X, Y, and Z. But I thought it was very germane to the plot. So if you can see the complete version with the Coral Sea battle, try to get that. But it has an amazing ensemble cast. It's really historically accurate. They did take some liberties for Hollywood drama, but it did. It pretty much get there. Ed Nelson plays a what do they call it? Judge Advocate General, JAG officer, who is Charlton Heston's old best friend, who plays a scene opposite Heston. And Ed Nelson, who's a great actor in his own right. You old sci-fi fans would sure see him in this and the other, but he plays a scene opposite Charlton Heston and upstages him. And that fact alone, that you could actually watch a movie where Charlton Heston is upstaged in a scene, is worth watching it, period, just for that alone. But again, the battle sequences are absolutely outstanding. And you really get a feeling at the end of it that the Japanese really, really, really realize, yeah, this isn't going to go well for us. We bit off more than we can chew this time. And you feel that. You really feel that. It's very well conveyed.
I mean, I can't add to that.
It's pretty much.
As you can tell, it's one of my favorite films.
Midway's always been my favorite. The one with Charlton Heston, not the new.
Well, yeah, the 76.
Let me point that out again.
Just in case.
I'll make sure everybody knows we're talking about the original here, not the remake.
His son is Edward Albert, son of famous character actor Eddie Albert from Green Acres.
Any relation to Fat Albert?
Possibly. We can't rule it out.
Okay, Shane, what do you got for your last pick? We'll do honorable mentions when we're done. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll save these other two, but this one just popped in my head. Now, stay with me on this one. Titanic. Several battles were lost in that movie, like man versus greed. Greed won. Man versus fame and camaraderie. Yeah, man lost. Machine versus nature. Yeah, machine lost. Common sense and a life of, comfortability to living with a street rat. Hi, Rose, looking at you. She lost.
She was so used to comfort, she didn't see more space in that door.
Good on Billy Zane for getting out of there. But it's just really the whole
enjoyment.
The whole battle of man thinking they're so invincible. It's just like, yeah, we built how is, and it lost to an iceberg on its first trip. It's just like, oh, well, that was a short battle of time. It wanted to make the run as quickly as they could and set a record. Yep, you lost that one too. It's just I see that as somewhat of a sea battle. It's just not less, just man fighting with himself, sort of say. I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, you take the Jack and Rose stuff out, it's a great movie.
Oh, it's not.
Titanic is a great movie.
Piece of crap.
It is.
Oh, and if you've seen the original black and
Yes, the original black and white.
The original black and white TV movie, James Cameron basically ripped off the entire script of that movie.
James Cameron ripping something off?
The original movie's called A Night to Remember. It come out in the 40s, and it's a 10 times better movie, and it had enough sense to keep it to 83 minutes.
A Night to Remember
You
is
like
also a
switching
good movie.
VHS.
Anyway,
By the time Titanic's over 3 hours later,
Yeah.
you're praying for the ship to sink in it to go down, boy.
Titanic, the 90s Titanic is a romance movie. It's with the Titanic sinking at the end. That's the way to look at it. It's not, it's drama, romance with, a not so surprising ending. That's about it. Ship sinks.
I don't know if it really.
There was enough room on that door, Rose.
Battle,
God damn it!
But it is a great movie. I think. I know Dan's
there
going to
was.
disagree, but I think Titanic is a great movie. So,
that was good.
He only says that because he saw that girl's boobs.
I mean that is a point in its favor. Yeah.
Well, nothing wrong with
There's a lot of setup and payoff in that movie. Like the car that they.
but it's not a naval battle. I'm
that
sorry.
car is set up in the beginning.
Conceptually, I can't give it to you, Shane.
It's a battle. It is a battle at sea.
But no, it's not.
It's a battle.
It's a battle,
boy. It's a
Conceptually,
battle.
Man versus
I just can't.
There is a
It's a
gun
battle
involved,
between the
right?
armies.
And they do shoot it, so maybe,
I want to give it to you.
It's by far the biggest stretch of the night or day, whatever. But
and that's like it's a pretty stiff competition.
And I thought,
Any excuse to talk about
Dunkirk
Titanic is fine.
I thought thinking of putting Dunkirk on my list was a stretch.
Yeah.
Not at all now.
Okay, so Thrash, what is your last pick before we?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Tora.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Tora.
By the way, this makes a wonderful double feature with Midway, although you should watch it first.
Those are both good together.
And I the thing I loved most about Tora was for the Japanese side, it was a Japanese film. It was all Japanese production and whatnot. And they had firsthand accounts. If I remember correctly, both Genda and Fushida were still alive at this time.
Yes.
At least one of them were, but I believe they both were.
I think so.
And they were both creative consultants for the film, which I found delicious. So the dialogue is actually legit. Some of the things they actually said to each other is actually how it played. There's a great scene where one says to the other, "You outrank me, so it must be true," which is an old Japanese slang, military slang, where it's just like, "Yeah, you're the boss," But it is just so well done. Again, amazingly historically accurate with a little tweaking for Hollywood, and just an amazing ensemble cast. I mean, Jason Robards as General Short. He steals the movie. He's only in, I think, 3 scenes, and it's a must watch. And it shows all the tension leading up to it on both sides. And Toshiro Mifune as Yamamoto is just absolutely amazing. And I can't think of the guy's name, but he was Admiral Kondo, who was an actual person. He was this very eccentric naval strategist, and he would lock himself in his room and study plans for days without leaving to bathe or anything. And that was legit. He used to do that when he went into the zone. So I thought that was a neat fun fact. But anyway, yeah, I can't stress how great Tora is, and a great companion with Midway.
Excellent movie, yes.
Man,
My brother is sending me pictures from Florida where it's 83 degrees.
You can see that on AMC usually around Memorial Day.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's 70 here right now, but tomorrow it's going to be 23 degrees in the morning.
Ew.
What?
It's
70
going to
degrees?
drop
Where the
from
hell you
70
at?
to 23 overnight.
That's a big swing.
Yeah,
You in the
That's a
panhandle,
lot of
right?
degrees.
Yeah, he's in the panhandle.
yeah, I'm in the Panhandle,
The panhandle.
basically
I got
lower
news for you.
Alabama.
It's 24 degrees here right now with a sheet of ice 3 inches thick on the ground, and when the wind blows, it's got a wind chill of 5.
You people get 2 digits? That's great.
I'm
What
in the
concerns
house.
me is that it's been pouring down rain, and then it's going to drop below freezing overnight. So it's are the roads going to be covered in ice tomorrow? Hopefully it dries out in time. We'll see.
Everything's covered.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
Anyway.
my proposed make your own pizza franchise when I was in college, it was going to be the next best thing to Fuddruckers. The name of it was going to be The Panhandler.
That's pretty good, actually. I like it.
Like it. Well,
That works.
Thank you. That was the only good idea of the entire franchise idea, though.
Okay, but you're absolutely right. You can't talk about Midway without also talking about Tora.
Yeah, those two go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand. That's right, man.
Yeah. It was that late 60s through the 70s, World War II movie era there, where they were.
That's where all the best
knew what they
World
were
War
doing.
II movies come in. By
Knew
the
what
way.
they were doing.
Usually, yeah.
Overrated, man.
So
I don't disagree, really. I mean, unless it's Spielberg, you're probably right.
I will. Saving Private Ryan it might be the exception to the rule.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
So,
my
Damien,
turn?
your last pick.
Run Silent, Run Deep,
Good
1958.
choice.
My take on this movie. So I'd seen it a long time ago and then watched it again this past week. But my take on this movie would be it is Moby Dick with submarines. Basically, you got Captain Ahab chasing after his great white whale, the battleship that sunk him, which we find out, spoiler alert, it was a submarine that sunk him.
Yes.
Not a battleship. But and he gets them both. So anyway. So that's just the gist of it. It's Moby Dick with submarines. But it was a good movie. I liked it. Burt Lancaster did a great job. Clark Gable, you got Jack Warden in there, Don Rickles, I mean, good movie overall. Just overall, it's somewhat realistic. The sub was a little roomier than American subs actually were. They were a lot closer to German subs of the era. So, should have been a little bit more claustrophobic, but you got to take liberties somewhere, I guess, make it look like the American submariners were living in a much nicer space than they actually had, but is what it is. So
yes, directed by Robert Wise.
Yep. Good movie. I liked it. Anybody else seen it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it a million times.
It'd be hard pick to find a war movie I haven't seen at least one.
Again, same here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in probably 20 years, but I have
Yeah.
seen it on more than one occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents had like a shelf of old VHSs, and they were all like 60s World War II movies, and Midway, Tora, Run Silent, Run Deep. I mean, they were all there. So
You
we
have the
saw
John
them.
Wayne movies though, where it didn't involve ships.
Yeah.
Like Iwo Jima and all that.
Yeah, there's that.
Like I said, most of the old war movies I seen when I went to compile my list didn't involve sea battles and involved islands like Guatemala Canal and stuff. It was a
Those
lot
were
of
sea
war
invasions or
island
amphibious
movies
invasions.
more in the water movies.
But a lot of those had naval engagements as a part of it, where
Yeah.
Yeah, like landing on the
and
beach if
enemy's
you
kind
want
of
to count
stuff.
that part, It's like watching one of them Nazi war movies. Most of them take place after we land on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
I prefer the Eastern Front anyway.
And it was too quiet on the Western Front.
No, just the biggest engagements were all in Russia. So
Yes. Some of the bloodiest battles were all in Russia, where with the
Biggest and
the
bloodiest, yeah.
highest body count ever, kind of thing. So
I'm not
cities leveled.
minimalizing all the
Yeah.
shit that happened in the West, but the East is where the shit really got real. Pardon my language.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're already over time, but let's go ahead and do all our honorable mentions because I still have a few on my list, and I do want to change the subject. We'll do something else next week. I don't know what yet.
This was fun though.
But I'll start with let's see. You've got your James Bond movies. Thunderball specifically has that really long, extended underwater fight with the Spectre forces. Good stuff. And also For Your Eyes Only, the guy in the dive suit with the big helmet and the claws.
Never crossed my mind.
Those count for me. I did have Jaws on my list, but we don't need to talk about Jaws. Okay, here's a joke one that I had on my list was Star Trek IV, the Klingon bird of prey versus a whaling vessel.
Okay.
Here's another example of a great scene from a terrible movie, and that's Pearl Harbor. The entire attack on Pearl Harbor is really well done. The movie is awful. It's one of the worst movies ever made.
I won't recognize it for this discussion.
But then, of course, I still have some more submarine movies that we haven't talked about. The Enemy Below, U-571. I could keep going, but That's enough for now. Those are my honorable mentions. What do you got, Dan?
You know, I was going to bring up U-571 too, but have you ever seen one that's really good called Crimson Tide?
Crimson Tide, yeah. That's the one with
Crimson
Gene
Tide.
Hackman.
It's on my list.
Yeah.
One of my favorite submarine movies, but I guess the best honorable mention I got would be the one we didn't talk about, would be the 1960 movie Sink the Bismarck.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah.
And I thought that was one of the best naval battle movies ever made.
Much so. Yes, very much so.
So much that I probably should have brought it up before The Night Stalker, but I wanted to get my werewolves and vampires in this episode.
And you're right. If you really wanted to talk about Godzilla, you should talk about Godzilla -1. There is a really good battle between fishing vessel and Godzilla.
Yeah, well, the biggest naval battle involving Godzilla also involved Matthew Broderick, so I didn't bring that up.
Yeah, that's not Godzilla. That's a big iguana.
Yeah.
It's over to T-Rex, but anyway.
Next.
Okay, Shane, what are your honorable mentions?
Well, my worst one I had was I think it was Blumhouse, Atlantic
No, the worst
Rim.
one you have Hot Shots Part 2.
Asylum.
The-
Asylum.
That horrible ripoff they did of Pacific Rim. I don't know why I've seen that movie twice, but it's just horrible.
Quite a few parts of that movie were actually shot right here in Pensacola.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
That was an interesting thing I found out not too long ago.
It's like what made no sense
believe
about that movie for me though was like how they're individual pilots in the mech suits, but they just easily are in and out of them. They never show how they get in the things, and then next thing you know, they have a little battle or whatever, and then boom, the three of them are running, celebrating on the beach. It was like, when did you get all the way from up there down here? When did that happen? Is there a ladder, or how'd you get down here? But horrible movie. But other honorable mention was, I don't know if this counts, but I mean, it was a battle on a boat, even though it was docked. Hook.
Oh yeah.
The final battle scene in that.
Yep.
Hokey, yeah, the Rufio and Hook aspect of that. That's probably my favorite stuff in that movie. Rufio, him and their fight with each other. Probably enjoyed the most, and I teared up a little bit when Rufio died. And Robin Williams gives that serious, like, oh, now I'm mad. It's just like, there you are, Peter. And but yeah.
No, I thought about Hook, and I think somebody in the chat mentioned it right at the beginning. But yeah, Hook's great.
Oh, and I love Dustin Hoffman as Hook.
Oh, Dustin! It's one of Dustin Hoffman's best. Yeah.
I thought about it for 2 seconds on my list, and then I said, hell no.
Bob Hoskins as Shmi. He's great too.
Bob
I just had an apostrophe. Okay.
Oh, and who was the female that played the one guy that got put in the boo box? Oh, who was that?
Oh, Glenn Close.
Glenn Close, yeah. Didn't know that till years later.
Yeah, me neither. I had no idea. Any more?
Nah, that's it.
Okay, Thrash, what do you got for your honorable mentions?
Only two that I really have to mention, and I'm frozen, but I can still mention things. Is Cold War thriller with Richard Whitmark and Sidney Poitier, The Bedford Incident.
Oh yes.
The coolest thing about that is you never actually see the enemy vessel. It's a Russian sub that never rises, but it's still there, and it's very thriller. And the other one is a World War I period piece with Lee Marvin and Roger Moore, Shout at the Devil, about men trying to take down a German capital ship in World War I in Africa.
That's a great movie right there. It's such a great movie. It inspired Motley Crue to make an album.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Shout
at the devil.
Damien, honorable mentions.
You guys got almost all of them. Captain Horatio Hornblower, 1951.
Hornblower.
Yeah, of course.
The Battle of River Plate, 1956.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a decent one. And then there's some really good naval battles in Game of Thrones.
That's true, actually. You're not wrong.
Not to, so
The
just
crab
like
feeder.
all of them as, grab them all together, put them together. That's that counts. So that's about it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Yeah.
Did you ever see the naval battles in Crossbones? I think it was more of a show than a movie, though.
No idea what you're even talking about. So.
2014 with John Malkovich.
Oh, okay.
A pirate thing.
Mm.
Lots of battles and stuff.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I think we've covered it.
Everything.
Crash, what do you got going on tonight?
Well, Danny, is it us tonight or am I
No,
solo
you're
tonight?
on tonight, man.
That's what I
Everybody's-
thought. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a message from you, and I was a little cryptic, but yes, I will be going on tonight at 7. It looks like we're not going to be getting the power outages, just a lot of snow, but no power outages. So I will be broadcasting tonight at 7, and it's going to be a bring your own topic, sort of like a casual Q&A. But tonight's trivia question is going to be on the vast career of Stephen Root.
Oh, I love Stephen Root. He's
Hey,
great.
get with me, Con, sometime
Don't take
this
a
week, and we'll try to set something up for next week for us.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
And-
it's been a rough week around here, and everybody's having the weather problems, and I hadn't even talked to Sarah.
Oh, poor thing. But
Yeah, I know
again,
she
this
was
has been a
sick
blast.
like a few days ago. Yeah.
Everybody's sick, man.
Tim is has health issues.
Everybody in California, anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, they're sick by default because they're in California.
California.
Okay, so I do have a review dropping in 20 minutes on It Conquered the World, starring
Yay.
Western icon Lee Van Cleef, and a young Peter Graves.
Wait a minute. That's the
Yes.
one about the big worm.
No,
A big onion with claws.
basically, yeah. He gets like 30 seconds of screen time, but
Screen time.
yes.
Yeah.
Getting conquer the world, dude.
No,
And,
he
and,
didn't.
and,
The
and, an
title
amazing
is a total lie.
Should they be
Dick Miller
called
in a great supporting
conquered
role.
San Francisco Bay or something? it conquered a small lake in California.
It didn't conquer anything. It like hid in a cave the entire movie.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong. I think it come out and killed a guy on a bridge, and I think it looked like a giant worm. I could be thinking
Like
of
some people died, but it was more because of the puppet master things that it sent out.
You're thinking of something called The Monster That Conquered the World with Hans Conried.
There you go. Yeah, he's
No,
right.
challenged the world. The monster that challenged the world.
It looked like a giant worm with claws.
Yes, it's a giant worm.
Okay. I got my crappy movies mixed up.
Yes, you did.
And
Thank God I was
next
here.
week, actually, I do know what the topic's going to be next week. I wanted to talk about Ray Harryhausen movies because next month I'm
Yay!
doing all Harryhausen next month. So
Yay.
I just wanted to start it off with a live stream where we just talk about Harryhausen movies. I mean, there's only like
This will be one of those streams where we don't got to do nothing, and you're going to bring up the movie, and we're all going to talk about it.
yes, we're not going to go like we're not going to do it the usual way. We're just going to start talking about a movie and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
Yay.
They're
Um,
always streams when we don't have to do no work.
yeah.
Wait,
Half the
what's the
fun of
name?
doing this is doing the work. I mean, it's like going on a vacation. Half the fun's the journey.
Yeah.
No, he puts,
You get
he
to
puts
watch the
these on
movies.
top of me, man. It makes me have to do like a lot of work to try to find out naval battles, man. Like,
I
I
went
can
on
remember
one
3 before I
family
leave for-
vacation drive, and I'll never do it again. I swore I'd run away from home if it ever happened again. It was a nightmare.
Well, Dan, if you really do want homework, you should watch all 15 Ray Harryhausen movies before next week.
I've already seen them, though. You can't name a couple of them. Let me see.
Like
Clash of the
there's
Titans.
3 Sinbad movies.
Clean them all.
20 Million Miles to Earth. It
Clean
Came
it.
from Beneath the Sea.
First Man on the
which-
Moon.
First Men in the Moon. That's probably the one most people haven't seen.
Probably not.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
think I've pretty
good.
much seen anything he done, man, because that's like my
Yeah,
thing.
me too. Like I'd seen them all before I was like 12. so-
Except for
And then on
Clash of the
top of
Titans
that-
came out when I was 13.
And
Serious
then after
Island.
we talk about that, we can compare how great Harryhausen's work was to the crappy other companies like the ones that made the giant claw.
Well, Jay Danforth had some pretty good animation too.
Yeah.
There were some rivals.
But anyway, that's next week.
Yay.
And that might actually stretch onto 2 weeks. So maybe
I
Damien should also
guarantee
watch
it
the
will.
Harryhausen movies.
We'll spend the first show in Clash of the Titans.
I was about to say.
I think maybe we'll go in chronological order. So you should just
Okay,
watch
deal.
his last 7 or 8 movies, Damien.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
So yeah,
I
that's
think I
it.
have
And
Clash of the Titans, so that should work. Yeah.
I know I got
almost
that
within
one.
arm's reach. It's right there.
I think I have 2 copies. I don't know.
I do have a compilation of some of my earlier Harryhausen reviews that's coming out on Thursday in preparation for February of Harryhausen, which, by the way, took me a long time to record when I was trying to say that. In my most recent video, I said February of Harryhausen. That's really hard to say.
Yeah, I can see that's a tongue twister. Yep.
It is. It's hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, never be ashamed of what you love. Goodbye.
Peace.
Thank you and good night.